Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to attempt to stay calm. I'm going to attempt to not be so excited. So please bear with me. It is April 7th, 2014. It is now 12 o'clock p.m. And the news has just begun to break about 35 minutes ago, man. I just got home from school. And here it is, man. Here's the headline. Captain America to return to theaters May 6th, 2016. Cap's next big screen solo adventure gets a date. Following the record-breaking premiere of Marvel's Captain America the Winter Soldier this past weekend, the first Avenger will jump into his next big screen solo adventure in just a little more than 2 years on May 6th, 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what's going on right now. This is the official date, man. It's the official date for the DC Comics versus Marvel. We finally, I guess we've been asking for this for a while. I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. Who in their right mind thinks that Captain America can go against Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and whoever else we get? Do they not understand? I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get it. Seriously. Now, here's what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying that Captain America is worse than Man of Steel. No. But I do believe that Man of Steel was a better movie than Captain America the Winter Soldier, because we're talking about, and you really can't compare it, okay? Let me just kind of calm down for a second. You can't compare Man of Steel, which was an origin story, compare it to Captain America the Winter Soldier, which wasn't really a sequel to the first Avenger. It was a sequel to the Avengers. Let's get that straight. Now, here's what I'm saying. I know about people are going to be like, oh man, you're just a DC Comics fanboy. No. I'm not. Well, yes, truthfully I am. I'm a Superman fanatic, okay? Let's be honest. But we're talking about, let's compare first off Man of Steel versus Captain America the First Avenger. Man of Steel wins. Now, we haven't even got part 2. This is going to Captain America 3, Man of Steel 2. You really can't compare them. I'm not trying to compare them, but on May 6th, I'm going to be voting with my money, okay? And I guarantee you, I'm going to break my record right now. I'm going on the record to say this right now. I'm going to break my record. I went to see Man of Steel 25 times in theater. I'm going to break that record on May 6th, 2016. I'm going to go see Man of Steel probably let's go 100 times. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's take it to the extreme. Let's go ahead, let's multiply that by a factor of 3, okay, and carry it to the 90th power. Let's go ahead and do that, because right now, man, I'm telling you, I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up because you know what? Here's what I can't wait. I can't wait till Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers release these photos of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck as Batman, Henry Cavill as Superman, and they're standing next to each other, okay? And they mind blow all of these fans out here. You know? Here's my problem. Here's my problem that I have with this. It's unnecessary, first off. There's no reason why DC Comics and Marvel can't come to some sort of agreement, because this is all about money. Let's just be honest. You know, here's the thing. Captain America the First Avenger was horrible. All right, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I said it was one of the best franchise. I gave Thor went first, then came Captain America the First Avenger, then came the Avengers, and then followed Iron Man, etc., etc. Okay, and then I don't really count the Incredible Hulk. I know people like to put that inside of the Phase 1 or whatever, but I don't count that because I just don't. This is ridiculous, man. I put Hulk inside of his own category because I like the original Hulk movie and I like the Incredible Hulk. I put those in different categories because, let's just be real. Let's just be honest. They rebooted it. It's not even the same Hulk. Look, anyway, we're continue on. But this Winter Soldier movie was not a sequel to Captain America the First Avenger. It wasn't. This was, I guess you can say, Marvel's team, like a tag team type movie, man. You had Captain America, Black Widow, Nick Fury, and then the Falcon. you had those in kind of like in little teams. I guess you could say little tag teams. You know what I'm saying? Captain America would do something. He tag in the Falcon. The Falcon would do something. And then after that, he tag in Black Widow. And then after that, Black Widow was down or whatever. She tag in Nick Fury, etc., etc. It was like a little tag team adventure, man. Pretty much the exact thing that's going to happen inside of Man of Steel 2, which is Superman versus Batman, which I think is going to be spectacular. I think both films. I think Captain America 3 is going to be amazing. I think that Superman 2 is going to be amazing, or not Superman. Man of Steel 2 is going to be amazing. But I don't understand the reasoning behind this. Is this to see? First off, is Warner Brothers going to back down? Okay. Now, I do like how Warner Brothers pushed their date back. I really do like that because that gives Zack Snyder and the creative team to kind of really think about how they're going to present this material. Okay. We understand that in Man of Steel, a lot of fans reacted. And when I say fans, I'm not even going to use the word fan because they're not fans. If you were a true fan of Superman, you would understand that the canon has to evolve. You can't have the same and here's a prime example. You can't have the same good boy mentality, okay, without any reasoning. You can't just be, oh, I'm Superman. I have the greatest powers in the galaxy, and I'm going to be good and noble for no reason, okay? There has to be reasoning behind you not killing. There has to be. Same thing with Batman, okay? Batman, we understand that he's not going to kill. He's against killing because of what happened to his parents, okay? So Superman has to go through something to get him to understand the concept of murder and understand why it's wrong. So therefore, that's the justification for killing General Zod. It was either you kill General Zod, who has the exact same powers as you, and is actually, if you really look at the movie, he's actually more powerful than Superman because he can advance further in a short amount of time compared to how long it took Henry Cavill's Superman, his Clark Kent, his Superman, to get all of that knowledge and all of that strength and ability to fly. It took him 33 years to do that. General Zod was on the planet, for, let's go a week. A week in 2 days, okay? He was a week and 2 days on the job, and he's out there breaking out of his suit and flying, okay? And then punching people and swinging them through buildings, okay? It doesn't make sense. So therefore, he had to kill General Zod, period. He had to. He had to kill General Zod because if he didn't, the entire human race would have been destroyed. Okay? Matter of fact, we'd have been Kryptonians. Let's go ahead and do that. We'd have been slaves for Krypton. That's what we'd have been. All right? Now, people started to panic and like, oh, that's not my Superman. My grandpappy took me to Superman when I was 12 years old, and that's what Superman is. You know what? I'm glad that they didn't do it that way. And now, let's go with Captain America, the First Avenger. Captain America, the First Avenger had the exact same, I guess you can say, the exact same experience as far as the cinema, okay? He was this good boy. He was a good boy. Oh, I'm not going to do nothing wrong. Hey, I'm Steve Rogers. I'm gooder than ever, okay? And then all of a sudden, we fast forward to Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and this dude is doing parkour. This dude is breaking people's necks off. This dude is snapping and murdering people left and right. But do we hear people complain about that? Yeah, that's right. I don't hear anything. I hear silence because people are so biased against Superman for no reason. There's absolutely no reason why people are sitting there saying, oh my gosh, well, Superman's not supposed to kill, but hey, Captain America, the first Avenger who represents America, who's supposed to be for truth, justice, and American way, oh, well, that's okay. He can snap somebody's neck off. Yeah, he can break somebody's face off. Yeah, he can kick a dude in his chest, break his spine as he hits the edge of a ship, and then snaps his back off, falls into the ocean, and then gets ate by sharks. That's okay, though. That's okay, though, because you know what? He's better than Superman. Oh, it's Marvel Comics. Yeah, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Anyway, I digress. Okay, let me get back to what I'm trying to talk about. I don't understand why these studios have to do this. Why? I mean, it's all about money in the end, man. So give your film just a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room, and then allow fans to go and experience that. You know what I'm saying? Because what's going to happen on May 6th, it's going to be like this. I'm going to watch Man of Steel 2 probably like 4 or 5 times. If I get time to go watch Captain America 3, I'll go watch it. But I'm not in a rush to go watch it. The only reason I even watch Marvel movies and all that stuff is because there's not a DC Comics movie out. And I'm going to be real with you, man. Like, I get tired of all this kiddie stuff. I don't have time for kiddie movies, man. And all they did, they stepped it up. They stepped it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and be real with that. You know, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, they stepped it up. I was blown away by that. I said, wow. But the first thing I started thinking, I was like, man, this isn't my Captain America. That's the first thing I said. I'm used to the Captain America that you established in the Captain America, the First Avenger, and then Captain America inside of the Avengers. That's exactly what I was expecting from Captain America, the Winter Soldier. But what do? We say, oh, you know what? Well, they kind of complained about the uniforms in Captain America, the First Avenger. And that movie didn't really do well, okay? It did horribly, to be honest. And then all of a sudden, we put him in Avengers, and they complained. They said his uniform looks like a Power Ranger, okay? Okay, well, we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it. But you know what? We're not gonna change it for the entire movie. We're gonna give the people what they think they want, okay? And we're going to give them a new suit so they can, buy their toys. And that's the only reason they did that. Let's be honest. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the movie, they put him back into the original suit. And you're like, and for me, I stood up in a chair and I said, yo, this is what it's all about right here. Okay, because I don't see any kid going out and buying a navy blue with a silver star, okay, and then some little lines for Halloween. I don't see it happening. But what I do see happening is that them going out and saying, hey, mommy, daddy, hey, can you buy me this Captain? Can you buy me the real Captain America? Okay, can you buy me the real Captain America Halloween costume? Can you buy me the real shield? Not some of this, combat, type tactical uniform. No, I don't want that, man. What I want is color. I want American dopeness. That's what I want. I want my Captain America to be the Captain America that he's always been, okay? Just a little bit more. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't mind the parkour. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing with Superman. You know what I'm saying? The Kryptonians each had their own martial arts, okay? Some of them had, like, jujitsu. Some of them had kung fu. Other ones had, like, hand-to-hand combatives, man. Like, some marine-type stuff. And that was kind of cool, man. Each, Kryptonian, had his or her own fighting style. And I think that was kind of cool, man, because that's kind of realistic. Not everybody's going to be a street fighter. Not everybody's going to be a boxer. Not everybody's going to be, a MMA person. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he won that WWE. Yeah, that WrestleMania 30. All right, anyway, this is kind of going way into, like, left and right field, man. We're at 12 minutes right now. I'll end it with this. DC Comics fan, it's time right now. DC Comics fans, if you are out there and you're listening to this, it's time. The time is now. You better vote with your wallet, okay? Because that's all that matters in the end. Money talks, period. These companies, these studios, they don't give a damn about, I think Superman's a great character and I like to see him in multiple movies. They don't give a damn about that. What they care about is, you want to see this dude in another movie? You better buy these tickets, okay? They better break records, okay? So that's what we got to do. We got to show out. We got to show up. We got to do what we were born to do, okay? And that is to support these comic book characters. It doesn't make any sense to sit there on May 6th and say, oh, well, I know it was May 6th, 2016, but I didn't put in for leave from work. Or, oh, man, I got a test due, but I didn't study, so I can't go to the midnight release because I got a test in the morning. Listen, buckle down, young ones, okay? It's time, man. Go out there, support whatever character you like. If you like Marvel, go support Captain America 3, whatever it's going to be called. Captain America. I don't even know what it's going to be called. What is it? What could you possibly call this movie? I think they should call it Captain America 3, to be honest. Or maybe they should call it Captain America 3. You've never seen this before, or something like that, or whatever. But here's the point. Go out, if you're a DC Comics fan, go out and support Man of Steel 2, a.k.a. Superman vs. Batman, Batman vs. Superman, World's Finest, whatever it's going to be called, okay? DC Comics fans, man, you have to do this, okay? And Marvel, go out and support Captain America 3, whatever it's going to be called. Apparently, it's going to have the in the subtitle. For some reason, I don't understand that. The First Avenger, the Winter Soldier, the Special Ops. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be called, but I'm excited to see what happens, man. I don't understand this, like I said. It's just crazy, man. But it is a good time for cinema. I will end with that. It's a great time for cinema. There are movies coming out, man. A dime and a dozen, man. I mean, seriously. Goonies remake, Gremlins remake, Terminator's coming out, man. You got a lot of stuff coming out. Godzilla, all this stuff. Guys, vote with your wallet, man. That's all I'll say. Let me know what your thoughts are on Captain America, 3 versus Man of Steel 2. Are you a DC Comics fan, or are you a Marvel's fan? Are you both? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just stuck right in the middle, man? That's pretty much where I'm at, but I'm always going to lean more towards DC Comics because that's where I've spent most of my time in, okay? And the reason for that is because of Smallville, and is because that experience with Smallville led me into DC Comics, man. I was always a Marvel. Let me go back, and I'll end in about 30 seconds. I started out as a Marvel fan, period. Okay? Started out as a Marvel fan, and I ended with my favorite character was Wolverine at one point. And what ruined, I guess, the Marvel experience for me is when Hugh Jackman, you know what I'm saying, got cast as Logan. When he got cast as Wolverine, that kind of ruined it all for me, you know what I'm saying? And I really did. I enjoyed, the Wolverine movies, but it came to a point, and we're like, I guess, 12 years, 15 years into this. They need to stop, okay? It's enough. I've had enough. I don't want to see his face on my screen anymore, and that's the problem I have, man. I mean, people are like, well, that's stupid to give up a character and give up, Marvel Comics. No, it's just how I feel, man. I don't want to. I want to see probably like a 5'6", 5'4", 5'5" Wolverine. That's what I want to see. And I want to see this dude go berserk. And you know what I'm saying? A big tall dude that's like 6'2", 6'4", 6'1", 6'5", 6'6", they can't do that. They can't move swiftly, and that's what the problem is with Wolverine. That's why Wolverine will never look good on film. And even though, the 3D effects in X-Men Days of Future Past looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm going to be going to see that movie because of Halle Berry. I would support Halle Berry and Storm to the end of time, okay? Because that's another one of my favorite X-Men. But I don't want to see Logan. In the whole movie, from what I'm understanding, Bryan Singer was like, well, Wolverine did great, and I know that Superman Returns didn't do too well, so I'm going to go ahead and use Hugh Jackman because, well, obviously he's the only one that can actually go back in time because he's so young. He's really not. He's like 60 years old, man, and the rest of them dudes are like 90. Magneto, man, Professor X, they're like 90 years old. They pack all this paste and makeup on their face, and it looks ridiculous, man, okay? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It looks ridiculous. So they're going to probably focus on him the entire movie. And it's going to be either good or it's going to be bad, okay? And me personally, I hope that it bombs horribly. But, I mean, honestly, that's not going to happen because flocks and flocks upon fans are going to be out there going to see this movie. I'm not going to lie. And it's probably going to break some records, too. But here's the thing, man. We're never going to get out of this Hugh Jackman Wolverine phase until a Marvel movie that has to do with the X-Men fails. Because he's not gonna say, well, I volunteer, I want to get out of here real quick. That was a horrible accent. He's not gonna volunteer. He's not gonna volunteer to give up his position, man. All right? As long as people are going to see it, he's gonna continue to do it. He'll be 60 years old, still playing Wolverine. And I'm like, yo, I'm done, B. After the Wolverine, I was like, yo, I will never watch a Hugh Jackman film, period. And like I said, the only reason I'm going to go watch, X-Men Days of Future Past is because of Halle Berry. I want to see what happens to Storm. I'm glad that Storm came back. I don't agree with Rogue. I don't agree with not putting Rogue into the movie. I think that's ridiculous, okay? And I'll go ahead and I'll say that. I think it doesn't make sense. I mean, you got True Blood fans out here, man, that have been fiending for that for a long time, okay? And then you don't give it to us. He's like, well, just because Rogue isn't in the movie doesn't mean that you won't see her. Well, I mean, what, is she going to walk by? Is she going to walk by or is she going to get shot or something? Like, what does that mean? Is she just sitting back there in the background like they used to do, with Colossus and the rest of them cats, Come on, man. Let's be real. All right? But anyway, guys, man, that's ridiculous. That's almost 20 minutes, man. Hey, thanks again for listening to this little rant, rage, talk, whatever you want to call it. I'm out of here, man.